Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be kind of like, look at my nails. Today's video is gonna be like quick 101 skin drag. I'm gonna do like an update on the products that I use to get into my full glam, my full Kimora Blac moment. So if you guys are ready for a quick drag 101, get ready with me. How to contour, how to highlight, la 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 la. This is the video for you. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. If you guys want me to answer questions in the next video, I actually want to do a video where I answer your guys' questions. So if you guys have questions, the comments down below is where you guys will put them. I will skim through them and I will go to my next video, and that's what it's gonna be about. Okay, so I just have my eyebrows on. I have been still using the KVD Vegan Beauty pomade. Pomade's a pomade. I don't see why like certain brands have bad pomades and certain brands have good pomades. I feel like pomades are pomades. Like, how can you make a pomade wrong? So the first thing I love to use is the MAC Mattifying 24-hour primer. You can get this at MAC Cosmetics. I want to say it's like $32. And it literally lasts forever. And what this does, especially in drag or if you're like a showgirl or performer, this really does keep your skin super matte. I don't even carry a touch-up powder in my purse anymore. I really don't. And it's because of this primer. And I discovered this primer on my own. I was at MAC Cosmetics and I was like, I want to update myself on some MAC stuff, and I came across this one and I was like, oh bitch, I love it. This is everything. So a light little layer. Now that's the primer, okay? You want this to touch your skin. And obviously you guys, before I do my makeup, I don't ever put on moisturizer. If you guys prefer moisturizer, that's up to you. I prefer not to, just because I don't want to have any risk of shine or anything that's kind of like really making my skin hydrated. Now, if you guys are going for that hydrated look, this look might not be for you because I love to look super flat, matte, and like pressed. You know what I mean? So next, I've been loving the Milk. This is the Pore Eclipse mattifying primer as well. So I double my primer. Now what this does compared to the MAC one is that this one actually like fills in all your pores. I have so many pores and this just really does it for me. So a little jab of this. I kind of keep this on my cheeks the most. Like, you really want to focus on, I mean, you can put it all over your face if you want to, you might waste it, but I only kind of keep it on my cheeks and my nose. I don't really have pores on my forehead, but let's just add some. And it's almost like a waxy kind of like moment. I love this product. I stand by this product. I will buy this product with my own money. Next, I have not really updated my foundation. It's the Full Coverage MAC foundation. This is probably the best drag foundation in the world. I don't use pan sticks. I don't use any liquid. I don't use anything like that just because of my skin type. Like, I feel like this really does give me the most airbrushed finish, full coverage, flat pressed, like everything. And I use the color NW30. And I believe this product at MAC is like $35, I want to say, but it literally lasts you a long time. So what I usually start first is I like to sculpt my brow just like that. My brows are extra big today. Look how like flawless like that looks. That's so crazy how this product is just so amazing. So I tend to do this first because I really want to have like that perfect sharp brow. Just really, really sharp. I don't really need to do anything right here because I'm wearing wigs tonight, so I don't really care what that looks like over there. And obviously I'm going to continue to use this product, but I have actually switched over this brush for foundation. This is the Face and Body Blender. You guys can find this any type of brush like this, to be honest. This one, I think I got this in PR by a brand, I'm not too sure. It's called RT. And I love this for face and body. Like, what I do is I go in here and look at this. Look at this, watch this. And just like one little light layer. Look at that, you guys. Oh my god, like, it's just, this brush is absolutely it's so fast. People are always like, how do you get in drag so fast? I'm like, girl, I changed my tools. So just kind of like rub it in. And this brush, I love to take the foundation down to my neck. Like, look at that. It covers so well. So going like that. And that's pretty much foundation. And now I'm literally a beauty blender fanatic. So what I like to do with the beauty blender is I go back and I just, first of all, I wet the beauty blender and I just go back and I just kind of press it. This basically kind of evens out the texture. Any spots that you probably have missed with that big brush, which I find like probably super impossible. Yeah, so I kind of like press it in, press, press. Okay. So when I feel like it's super even, then you can kind of like put the beauty blender down. All right, guys. So next is concealer. I've been using Born This Way concealer from Too Faced for years. Like, my color is called Cream Cup. They're always sold out. So if you guys can get a hold of the Born This Way concealer at Sephora, get it. It's called Cream Cup. It is amazing, the best shade of highlight and concealer you can find, and it's super full coverage. This is the only concealer that I mess with. Like, I don't really use anything else, and what I do is I like to start underneath the eyes, and I overly apply because, one, I do drag and I want this to last all night, but I usually scope my nose like this. I go up. Obviously, we look to highlight our forehead. I put a little bit on my hand, and I'm gonna show you guys why in a second. But after that, we're gonna go back and we're gonna blend. We're gonna press it. Look at literally how buttery and full coverage this looks. Oh my gosh. What is going on? Like, I don't think any concealer can do this. And honestly, for the price range, like, it's such a good price. I want to say that concealer like $25, maybe $30, but it lasts a long time because this is pretty much all you're really doing. Just like that. Same thing here. We're gonna press it in with the beauty blender. And also, you guys, sound it down on the bottom in the comments. Like, let me know if you guys like me to do more skin stuff and all that, because I know I've been kind of overdoing eyes, but a lot of people like eyes, but I'm getting kind of like bored. You guys already know what my eyes gonna look like. Press that in. Get in the forehead. Beauty blender. Blah blah blah. Yes. Okay, so now that we have that, everything is kind of setting in. I'm not too worried about the blend right here or underneath because I'm gonna show you guys why in a second. This is just all about laying your products down and getting your products where they're supposed to be. We don't got time to sit here for 2 hours getting into drag and just wasting half your day. Makeup should be really fast, you guys. Especially if you do it all the time. Like, there's no reason to be taking 2 hours on your face. Absolutely not. Okay, so now we have the concealer blended out as much as we can. I'm just really worried about here, and we're gonna come back to that in a second. So, pulling out a flat brush. Remember we put the concealer on the hand? This is where we're gonna go back and we're gonna carve out the brow. I like to match my concealer underneath my brow the same because, I don't know, I just think it looks better. Okay, it's just like that. My brows are extra thick today. I just paint. Okay, so take my beauty blender and really just press that in, and you're gonna see it kind of blend in with the bottom. Okay, so now that we have that, I love taking a buffer brush, taking your favorite contour. I have been using this for like 5 years. This has not, I didn't ever need to change this because literally all I use this for is my nose, just like this. And I love a contoured straight nose because, baby, I love to look super like plastic, painted. I love that old school, like, just, ooh, like cunty makeup. Like, I just love it. I grew up at that time, and it's gonna go with me to the grave. So I take a little brush, and all you do is just, this is just all about, like I said, you guys, it's all about just blending it, placing it, and just really getting it on there. So you see how it's kind of sculpted. Now, remember when I said highlighting, we don't really need to worry about so much blending? Well, I'll tell you why. I have been obsessed with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the cream bronzer. I stumbled upon this in Sephora, and I was like, what is that? I want to try it. It's basically a cream bronzer. And what I do is I take my beauty blender, and I just go in. Now, this is where the blending is going to happen, okay? I like to mix it with my highlight because I go back with my highlight and kind of press it out again. But this is, like I said, getting that product on and just really saving time. You know, I feel like a lot of people spend a lot of time carving out and making things perfected and, like, you know, taking so much time to like carve and blend. But I'm like, when you set it with translucent powder, it's like gone. You know, you're gonna go back with the powder anyway. So it's all about getting it on where you need to get it on. See? Now that that's kind of blended out, see that? Now, taking that beauty blender with the, with like a little bit of leftover highlight, we're gonna go back and we're gonna press it in. See that? That's where the blending starts. Notice I didn't put any more highlight on because, one, we already have highlight, so there's no need to put on more highlight. I can always tell a face where how much product you use and how chunky and like layered it looks. You know, like, we really want to achieve super airbrush skin and very flawlessly blended. So I can tell when I see face, I'm like, you probably layered. You probably did pan stick, concealer, set it, another pan stick, set it, another pan stick, and set it. And I'm like, that's like terrifying. Now, I love blush. So I love using a little panzer. This is the Jaclyn Hill Royal Flush color. And what I do is I go in, you know, I just kind of press it like that. Now, I used to blend out my cream blushes with a brush, but I find that a beauty blender is a lot better and a lot faster. So taking my blush, I'm just gonna press it. And when you guys are doing this, you really wanna take control, unless you want blush everywhere, which I think is really cute too. But for me, I like to kind of I like my blush to go all the way up my cheekbones and just really back into the hairline. See that? It kind of just blends out. So I always suggest if you guys are buying like a cream blush, buy the color that you don't think you would like meaning like the brightest, the darkest, because when you guys blend it out, it's literally going to like fade out. I tried blushes where it's super light. I'm like, oh my god, this is so pretty. Like, I love this blush. Oh my god, it's so like natural. Blah, blah, blah. I'm a natural girl. Oh my god, look at me, I'm natural. And then when I put it on, I'm like, girl, where is it at? Like, I didn't want to be that natural. So like I said, see here? See all like this weird situation happening here? Taking this side with the concealer, going back, and really blending that out. See that? It kind of blends out. Ooh. My skin is looking good. All right, guys, so now it's time to set. I love this little triangle Dorito kind of thing. I saw this on a reel on Instagram. You guys can find this on Amazon and it comes in like a pack of 6. I think I paid like $4 for this. Type in like triangle setting sponge or something, you know what I mean? Like, look for this one. It is so cut, and I'm gonna tell you why. So I use Laura Mercier and I mix Laura Mercier translucent with the Fenty Beauty translucent powder together because I love the texture of both of them, and I was like, why not just mix them, right? So I mix them in this little jar that I use, and it's just translucent powder, girl. It's not that serious. I mean, I feel like nowadays you should have translucent powder. So what I do is I dip it in with the triangle sponge, and this is why I love it. Girl, can we just talk about carving, baking, and setting at the same time? So I don't like to use a lot of setting powder. I find that makeup looks really thick and textured if you use a lot of setting powder. I used to like belligerently cover my face in white powder and buff it away with a brush. But now I really do take my time and just press it into the skin. Because I feel like when you put a lot, it just, like I said, it just gives you a lot of texture. And it makes you look really cakey and like really thick. And now if that's your work, I love that for you. But not in this studio, honey. Look at that. Look how airbrushed and flat and flawless that looks. I take my cute little sponge. I get these on Amazon as well. Type in type in like translucent powder puffs or some shit. And I go back in, okay? And I like the set right here a little bit more than underneath my eyes. And then for the rest of the face, I just go around. I just go around like that. See that? I don't use a lot. I mean, maybe to some people I do use a lot. Cover my beard. Now, we have that going. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and bronze. So taking your brush, I'm gonna use this bronzer. I've been using this for a while. It's by Ace Beauty, the Bronze in Paradise. What I do is setting powder everywhere. I just mix them. I don't know, I just mix them, and what I do is I just lightly build it. Some days I like to go really bronze, some days I don't. It just depends on like the eye makeup. Like I feel like if I'm gonna go severe on my eye makeup, I don't really do so much on the skin. But look at this texture, you guys. Look how airbrushed and flawless this looks. I haven't even set it yet with the setting spray. Like, are you kidding me? Look at that. Okay, so same thing here. Just kind of bronze. Use a brush that's really big and fluffy because I feel like the fluffier, the better it's gonna look. It's more like spread apart. It's not so severe. And I have a brush that's gonna really pinch in my cheeks, okay? See how I'm kind of framing my face now? Okay, so now, kind of just framing out the face. Now, I love this Morphe brush. If you guys can get a big fan brush like this, please get one because baby, no more putting paper on your face. No more like, you know, doing that face. You know, no more doing any of that. We don't need to make our jobs harder. So I like to use the same thing, but I kind of stay on the darker side. And this is how you really pinch. See that? That's how you really pinch it. This brush, it just gives. Look at that. I love to pinch right here. Ooh, okay. Perfect. So that's pretty much contouring. Now I'm gonna take a brush. I'm gonna clean my nose. And now I love to have a highlighted nose. So I'm gonna use the Be Perfect. This is the bronze. So I used to use this for contouring too, but this is what I would take on travel. I love to use like anything super light, white, yellow base, banana powder, anything that's super white. I love to pinch my nose just like that. You can take this up and flare it up. And I love to have a little dot moment right here. It's just a little, you know, try to kind of give me like that little Instagram nose that everybody wants. Now taking an eyeshadow brush, we're gonna go ahead and jump over, find that bronzer again. And then now we're gonna pinch. Pinch this. It's a little messy now, but here you guys, this is why I love this. So going back with a little banana powder, we're gonna clean this up. Clean it up just like that. So you just light banana powder. Oh my God, look at that nose. My nose is just too much for the internet. Oh, my nose is too much for the internet. Now, as that sits, we're gonna go ahead and put on some blush. I changed my blush back to House Labs, and this one is called the Untamed and Intoxicate. It's a very pretty pinky. I love this shade. And what this is gonna do is it is gonna bring that face to life. I love blush. Taking that here and just really bringing your face to life. I love to add a little orange, so the Rogue Rouge Romance from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. Take a little bit of orange, love this shade, and I blend up the orange right here. Oh my God, wow. Okay, blend up that orange. Now, I wouldn't do this yet, but I want to do it on here because I'm doing the face. So I love Jaclyn Hill's highlighter. You guys can pick out your favorite highlighter. This is the Winter Sun. And what I like to do is I like to pinch my nose with the brightest highlight. Look at that. Ta-da! She got a nose. How's that for skin? All right, guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna put on some eyes, a wig, a lip, and show you guys the final look. Y'all, okay, listen. I put my lace on so fast, and I have to wear this at the show right now, so it's a little like, oh, it's kind of crusty. Whatever. You guys, I was gonna put on a top, but I'm literally about to put on my sweats and run to a show right now in Long Beach. So you guys, here's the final look. I hope you guys got some tips, 101 tips, how to do drag, get ready with me, some skin stuff. Like, I really do hope. I've been hearing when I go to these shows and I see all my little baby, my baby drag friends, and they tell me like, oh my God, I learned so much from your YouTube channel. You put me in drag. It makes me like melt my heart. So literally that means I'm doing you guys justice. So there are my tips and tricks, how I get into my skin. Look at you guys. Baby, where's the filter? You guys, I had so much fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. This weekend, I'm gonna be in Denver, so check out my Instagram in Denver all weekend. And then next weekend, I will be in New York City for 6 days. So many shows. My birthday's coming up. There's so much happening in December to wrap up this year. Other than that, you guys, like I said, I promise you guys a big, massive giveaway. It has not been announced yet. It has not been posted yet, but the only way to find out to be a part of this giveaway is to go over to my Instagram and follow me. Because baby, you're not gonna know when I'm gonna post this. You're not gonna know when I'm gonna post this reel. It is a lot of shit. Like, I'm talking about, I'm covering my entire dining table full of product. So the only way, like I said, is to hop over and check out my Instagram. Make sure you follow me because baby, I'm only gonna pick the winner on my Instagram, and that is the only way to win. So other than that, I love you. Subscribe to my channel. If you're a new viewer, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my life. So get ready. I love you. I gotta run out to this show and do some drag.